Hey, what's up everyone? Today I've got a solo dungeon you might be very familiar with if you've been playing Classic for a while, Strat. You've probably seen or done strat farms on paladins, but Death Knights are just better, cooler paladins really, and we've got a couple of neat tricks that make this farm extra nice. Now before we get into it, a little disclaimer. This is not specifically a gold farm. There is a strat gold farm we can do that's pretty decent. You could even do it during this run if you wanted. But as far as gold per hour is concerned for solo dungeon farms, it's back to good old Blood Furnace. You can do this in any gear, but as always, better gear speeds things up and makes everything safer. This is the most optimized mount run I could come up with. It should have you finishing around 10 minutes, so including travel time, you can do this as long as your sanity holds up without hitting the lockout. You'll also be netting around 200 gold per hour average, including the run back, which while no Blood Furnace is still not bad. Alright, now that we've got all that out of the way, let's get on to the actual run. You enter through the service gate. You'll need to get the key off the magistrate who will be in this room if you come from the main entrance. You have to go through the main entrance for the first run, or you can wait for someone to open the gate for you, but you'll need to use rocket boost or some other speed boost in order to catch the magistrate before he runs through the locked gate. For this first room, I usually just run around the left side. You can avoid all three of these packs and just open the gate. But if you'd like, you can pull them into the church line of sight to AoE them down. It'll give you a little bit extra gold, but it also slows you down so the gold per hour stays about the same. Now onto the gauntlet. This is where things get a little slower and trickier. I found the fastest way for this is just to avoid fighting. Run in between the packs as much as you can. Sometimes you might not be able to, or you may just pull by accident. In that case, there are a few mobs to watch out for. Plague ghouls will infect you with the disease Ghoul Plague that lasts for 30 minutes and reduces your movement speed by 20%. That really sucks, but luckily it can be cured with jungle remedy or restorative potion. I recommend keeping a stack of one of these on you when you do this. The gargoyles that pat around can fear you, which will probably cause you to pull more mobs. Go around, kill each of the ziggurat bosses and the mobs inside. The banshee is easy. Either don't summon your ghoul or kill it off very quickly. I'd also recommend not speccing into bloodworms for this run specifically because of this boss. I've been just exploding my ghoul at the start of the fight for some extra damage, but one time I still get NC'd even doing that. 9 times out of 10 though, I found that strategy to work fine. If you do get MC'd, it's not a huge deal. Our health will reset, which just slows down the run, of course. Nerubians will root you, but specifically the crypt crawlers will silence you when you root, so you want to kill them ASAP. Banshees can silence an anti-magic shell. In general, every mob here is super annoying and will make the run take longer if you have to fight them, and it's really difficult to do massive pulls in AoE like you would in Strat Living or some other dungeons because of these mechanics. You should avoid as much as you can or take small pulls that will open up a gap for you, like a pack of ghouls on the side with no plague ghouls, or a single Nerubian or Banshee, etc. I also highly recommend running this with a PvP trinket. It'll just make things a lot smoother in case something goes wrong and you do get hit by one of these CCs. The Nerubian boss is super easy, all he does is root you. I found the best way to fight him is to turn him so his back is against the wall and get really close, face hug him. That way when he would usually back off, he isn't a room and you're still be in melee range. I have found he acts a little bit weird when you have a pet out, and sometimes this doesn't work as well, but it's still usually doable, and even if not, it's not a big deal. Maleki the Paladin is pretty easy as well, just AoE down the ads. Only thing of his to watch out for is Ice Tomb, which you'll probably resist, but just to be safe, you should pop AMS or IBF to make you immune to it. It is a very long stun otherwise. You can also PvP trinket out of it if you are using it. Alright, onto the slaughterhouse. AoE pull the aboms, as many as you can pick up and handle with your gear. I found the biggest issue was just picking them up and aggroing them. they can apply a poison that slows you for a ton, and it lasts for a while. So I usually stuck to just doing half of the room each time. If they give you trouble, pop CDs, interrupt the venom ones, pull smaller, etc. Now, there is a huge time skip here. When you pull the aboms, make sure you try and save at least one of them. After you've killed the rest, pull the last one to the door, kill it, and when Ramstein spawns, you want to run inside the door and fight them in there. This will save you a couple of minutes of waiting for the Blackguard RP timer. Ramstein himself has a knockback in the stun, so position your back to the wall. IBF and Trinket will not work against this stun. Blackguards will spawn as soon as Ramstein dies. Just AoE them down and you're ready to fight Baron Riven there. Riven there is again nothing to worry about. His ads are super low HP and he doesn't do anything special. Just kill him and get your mount. It might take you a couple of runs. Now, here's where being a Death Knight is neat. You can Deathgate to Acris, sell and repair to this guy, fly to Light Soap and run back to do it again. The run back only takes a few minutes, and if you're a miner, there are a few rich thorium nodes that spawn on the way. The run timer should make up for any time that you save to keep you under the lockout timer. However, if you have the bag space, and you won't hit the lockout timer by doing so, you can also use a Ghetto Hearth macro, which will take you to the graveyard, which is right by the main entrance. This will make the run back to the service entrance. Much faster than running all the way from Acris and Light's Hope. However, if you do this too often, you will definitely end up hitting the lockout if you're doing these runs well. But it's a nice little trick to cut out a little bit of extra downtime in between your runs. If you'd like, feel free to join me. I'll be streaming at Wrath launch, either 24 hours or until the servers go down for maintenance. Alright, I hope this was helpful. If it was, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in Wrath. Peace out.